Welcome students, we are going to start SST. We will start with geography part first. So our first unit is our world and the chapter is Earth and the solar system. We have now new book in our syllabus. Let me show you that book first. So this is the front page of your book, Our World Then and Now. And these are the contents. So unit 1, as you can see, Our World, and there are 7 chapters in this. First is Earth and the solar system. So we will start with this chapter. So let us move to the chapter. So first is introduction part. You might have seen stars in the clear night. Some points in the sky twinkle at night. For example, here you can see these 2 stars are twinkling, but some of them are not twinkling. So all these are not stars. Let us see. The one which do not twinkle are planets, and which twinkle are stars. All the objects in the sky are known as heavenly bodies or celestial bodies. So these are 2 main terms: heavenly bodies, celestial bodies. The sun, the moon, stars and planets, including our Earth, are called celestial bodies. We cannot see them all because they are too far from us. The celestial bodies are spread over a vast space. This vast space is called the universe. Now let us learn about these celestial bodies one by one. The first topic is stars. Some celestial bodies produce their own light, while others, like moon, reflect the light received from the sun. It means moon does not have its own light. It only reflects the light which is given by the sun. Stars are celestial bodies which produce their own heat and light. For example, sun is a star. It gives us heat and light. Their bodies are made up of very hot gases and they give out enormous amount of heat and light. Our sun is a medium-sized star. It is not the biggest one. It is only nearer. That is why it looks bigger. Otherwise, sun is only a medium-sized star. There are so many stars which are too big as compared to sun or too small as compared to sun. So it looks bigger than other star. This is not star, sorry. This is star because it is closer to us than any other star. The star nearest to the sun is Proxima Centauri, and the distance between our Earth and Proxima Centauri is 40 trillion kilometers. Now let us move to constellations. So you can see this image. So these are a group of stars forming definite patterns in the sky. If you see here, there is a pattern. These can be recognized by the shapes they form. The Great Bear is one of the constellations visible in the northern sky. So all these three figures are of Great Bear. So actual figure is this one. If you imagine this, it looks similar to a bear. See this one. It is also called Ursa Major. That is why it is known as Great Bear. Now, the 7 brightest stars of this constellation look like a long-handled spoon. If you see it, see this one, Big Dipper. It is just like a spoon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 stars. And if we join these stars with imaginary lines, it becomes a spoon, also known as dipper. These 7 stars are called the Big Dipper. And in India, we call it as Saptarishi. Sapt means 7. The 2 stars, also called pointers, at the head of the Big Dipper. See, this is your Big Dipper. And there are 2 stars at the head. These 2 stars are called pointers because they are pointing towards a particular star that is called North Star. They always points toward the North Star or Pole Star. The Pole Star, which is also known as North Star or Polaris, is almost directly above the North Pole. That is why it is called North Star. It helped navigators in finding directions before the invention of magnetic compass. Now this is your galaxy, also called Milky Way or Akash Ganga. There are millions of stars in the universe which occur in groups, and these groups are called galaxy. Now there are millions of galaxies in the universe, so you can imagine the size of universe. Stars, then group of stars, then millions of stars in the universe, and scientists say there are many universes also. That is out of scope of this book. Our sun belongs to a galaxy known as Milky Way galaxy. This image is of Milky Way or Akash Ganga. These stars are too far and cannot be distinguished individually. There are various stars, but you cannot see them individually or separately. Therefore, these appear as whitish background. That is why it is called Milky Way. It looks like milky, whitish. So next topic is the solar system. The Earth and 7 other planets move around the Sun. As you can see here, all these planets are moving around this Sun. Some celestial bodies like dwarf planets, dwarf means very small, asteroids, comets, and meteoroids move around the Sun. Some planets and other celestial bodies have moons or satellites moving around them. For example, our Earth, it has its own moon which moves around it. Moons also go around the Sun. The Sun, the 8 planets, the moons, and other celestial bodies that move around the Sun make up the whole solar system, also known as Sun's family. So let us see the Sun. So you can see the image, it is a huge ball of fire. The Sun is at the heart of the solar system. It means it is the center of the solar system. It is the largest member of this solar system. Its diameter is more than 100 times the Earth's diameter. Its weight is 3 lakh times more than the Earth. So all these facts you have to learn. It is about 150 million kilometers away from Earth. Light from Sun takes about 8 minutes to reach the Earth. It is made up of highly compressed hot gases. It gives enormous amount of heat and light, due to which life is possible on Earth. So if Sun is not there, life is not there. Light from Sun gets reflected from the planets and their moons. For example, you might have seen moon at night. Moon shines brightly, but it is not the light of moon. Moon does not have any light. It only reflects the light which is coming from Sun. Light from the Sun gets reflected from the planets and their moons. This makes it possible for us to see them, since they do not produce their own light. Now let us see planets and their motions. So if we put planets sequentially in order of their distances from the Sun, they are: the nearest one is Mercury, then Venus, then Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and the farthest one is Neptune. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, these first 4 planets are made up of rocks. Next 4, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, are huge planets made up of gases and liquids. Jupiter is the largest one, about 1200 times the size of Earth. And Mercury is the smallest one. Venus, it is the brightest planet. It looks red and also known as red planet. Saturn, it has beautiful rings around it. Rings are made up of dust particles, rocks and ice. See in this image, this is your Saturn and it is having the rings around it. There are rings around Uranus, Jupiter and Neptune also. Now let us discuss about motion of planets. So first is revolution. See in this image, this Earth has 2 types of motions. First, it is revolving around the Sun. This is called revolution. Even Moon is also revolving around this Earth. Second is rotation. Rotation means when a celestial body or Earth rotates on its own axis, just like a top. Let me try to make a straight line to show Earth's axis. From north to south, if I make a line passing through center, this is the Earth's axis. So Earths rotate around this axis. Okay. First point, all planets revolve around the Sun in anti-clockwise direction. You might have seen clock. The motion of clock is clockwise, from left to right, then again left. But planets revolve around the Sun in anti-clockwise direction. Each planet revolves in its own elliptical path called orbit. So these lines are called orbits of a particular planet. These are only imaginary lines. Actual lines are not there. And these lines are not in circular shape. It is not circle. It is oval. That is why it is called elliptical path. Mercury has the shortest orbit. It takes 88 days only to complete one revolution. Earth takes about 365 days and 6 hours. Neptune takes 165 years. So you can imagine 365 days means 1 year. So Neptune takes 165 years to complete one revolution, as it is the farthest planet. That is why it is taking too much of time. Now we have rotation. Each planet spins or rotates about its axis. The Earth's axis is the imaginary line joining the North Pole and South Pole through the center of the Earth, as I showed you on earlier slide. From above North Pole, if you see, the Earth appears to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Since Earth rotates from west to east, west is on the left side, east is on the right side, so west to east, anti-clockwise. That is why the sun appears to move from east to west, and we say sun rises in the east. Actually, sun does not rise. Sun is at the same place always. Earth is rotating. That is why we think that sun appears to move from east to west. A day on a planet is the time taken by it to complete one rotation. Earth takes near about 24 hours, actually 23 hours and 56 minutes in one rotation. Jupiter rotates the fastest. It takes only 9 hours and 55 minutes to complete one rotation. So Jupiter has the shortest day. Then Venus, it takes the longest time for one rotation, that is 243 days. So my dear students, go through this video again and again, learn all the facts. If you have any doubt, ask me in comment section. All the best. Thank you.